Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I'm going to answer the question, is the deadlift worth it if you have no interest in powerlifting? Before I get into that topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. All right, over on Instagram, at Ben the Barman, I posted today a call for video topics. This topic was brought up. And anybody, whenever I use your topic off Instagram in a video, I'm going to send you some free crap, a shirt, a flag, whatever. So head over there now and follow me on Instagram. So the question is the deadlift worth it if you don't compete, if you have no interest in powerlifting? Let me start off by saying I've been lifting over 35 years, and until 2006, 2007, I didn't even know the deadlift existed. Back in the late 80s and early 90s, there wasn't a deadlift obsession. It was a bodybuilding magazine-centric world, and I certainly didn't even use the lift. I didn't floor deadlift. I didn't know it was a lift, right? I didn't know it was even a thing. With that said, I would often do what's called a low rack pull for my lower back. Now, there are many downsides to the deadlift. If you look on Instagram, YouTube, social media, most deadlifts I see are jacked up. That's the reality. I would probably say 80% of them really need some quality help. And by quality help, they have some major things broken. They don't understand basics of the deadlift, like getting their weight on their heels. They're trying to yank the bar off the ground and their hips are rising. There's so many bad deadlifts, right, that it is quite literally cause for alarm. There are a lot of negatives to the deadlift. There are a lot of negatives. Because 80% of people that I see deadlifting are really not in a good place, you need to take your form seriously. You can really jack up your shit if you do not take your form seriously. So if you are going to deadlift, take form seriously. Don't just be one of these clowns that never studies videos on YouTube, because I'm quite amazed at how bad these deadlifts are given the sheer amount of quality information on YouTube about how to deadlift properly. So that's there are downsides, and there's no simple answer to this question. But you just got to know there's downsides of the deadlift. If you're not going to take it seriously, you shouldn't be deadlifting at all. Not at all. Can you build a big back without deadlifting? Obviously. Is the deadlift a good tool to have when it comes to building a solid back? Yes. I have big, thick erectors. The deadlift has contributed to my yoke and trap strength and contributed to my overall back strength. I think it's one of the top exercises to have in your toolbox for back, but it's not a requirement. The thing about back training is there's so many quality variations out there that you can use. So many quality exercises. Barbell rows, Pendley rows, hex bar rows, which are my current favorite, dumbbell rows, meta rows, seated cable rows, lat pull downs, pull-ups, machine rows, T-bar rows, all kinds of quality back exercises. So with that in mind, you really don't have to deadlift because there are so many good exercises out there. So that's something to think about as well. A few more things to think about, and I'm not trying to turn this into a black and white answer. You can or you can't, or you should or you shouldn't deadlift. I'm just giving you some things to think about. You can build a big back without the deadlift. Don't deadlift unless you're going to take it seriously. But I will also add that when it comes to training the deadlift, you have to remember some simple rules. Don't train above 90% of your 1-rep max. This is a waste of time. It's a good way to jack up your crap, and it's useless. It's useless. The return on investment is useless. Don't ever do anything that's lower than a 5-rep max for your deadlift. No max singles, doubles, triples, or quads. Useless. Don't do it. Especially if you don't know if your form is good. There's no value in that at all. Number 2, if you are going to deadlift, make sure you limit weekly rep volume. I generally set a cap at 25 reps of deadlifts for anybody I train because I believe the deadlift is a very good exercise, but too much is not a good thing. Obviously, there are cases where you can go lower in intensity, lower in weight, and do more reps. That can be fine. But most of us don't train like that week in and week out. So as a general rule, when you're training at 70% and above, try to restrict reps weekly to 25 or fewer. Now, if you don't believe me or you think I'm insane, go search Louis Simmons, right? Have you heard of him from Westside Barbell? He's come to the same conclusion I have, basically, that the deadlift is an exercise that gives, that takes just as much, if not more, than it gives. So you have to be really careful about overworking or going too heavy on the deadlift. Some things to think about as well. If you're not after the powerlifting end of things, there is good value in rotating variations. So you could deadlift 1 week and then hex bar the next. You could deadlift 1 week and then do a rack pull the next. You could deadlift 1 week and do a Romanian deadlift the next. That's a really, really solid approach. And I will say that when I have a client that gets to a reasonably strong deadlift, I try to encourage them not to pull from the floor heavy every week. You could also rotate intensity and do a normal workout and then a little bit lighter, maybe drop the weight by 10% the following week. So just to recap, do you have to train the deadlift if you are not interested in powerlifting? No. Is it worth your consideration? Yes, but only if you keep your head out of your ass, learn good form, become part of the 20% that actually takes form seriously, and then if you're going to use it, don't overwork the intensity, don't overwork the volume, and consider rotating variations. That's a good recipe for longevity because the deadlift has some downsides. It can beat the crap out of your lower back, etc. So take it seriously. It has some downsides. Know the downsides and know this is a long game. Take care of yourself and consider the information I put together in this video. So guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.